ina so inga la au ina pe ka pisi tomato green pepper le green pepper wa fu ku kama ia fa pena fo to taloma fa hungo ko ia strawberry ia me grateful la le fa kai kai po la skula nga pe fa inga ola ma fu mai fa pe ho le green pepper ia le fu le ma green pepper ia mangi sola au sa le masangi ngo le la bola le ngai mo pe ko ngai sa fa inga ka la makanga ka fa kai kai fo inga le mo ka makanga ko ia pe le wo le mai ma ba ko le le mai.
Amituinai is a vegetable grower here at Solo Solo Village on the northeast coast of Samoa's main island. He and his son work the farm to supply restaurants and hotels in the capital Apia. But it wouldn't be possible without the help of a group called Women in Business Development.
But what we're trying to do is just provide a way for farmers for them, I think, to see their farm, to see it in a financial way.
Famoina Tafunai is Women in Business Development's media officer. She's leading its strategy to use communication technology to make rural businesses work. And it starts with protecting the soils.
It's one thing to just look at farming. It's another thing to look at farming and livelihoods and how they're matched up. And then if you grow that, so farming, livelihoods, climate change, how do you tie in everything to work with farmers? I mean, with our cropping system, it's quite diverse, so there's a lot of rotational crops, so we're not tiring out the soil from drawing the same nutrients. With composting and mulching, we're seeing a practice that increases the organic matter into soils so that when there are the extreme events, and whether there was climate change or not, we know that in Pacific we're going to get the cyclone and hurricane season. So to prepare us from, the floods and the droughts, really that's what organic agriculture is helping, particularly Samoa and those countries in the Pacific Rim, sort of become more resilient.
The program that Amituinai joined is called Farm to Table, and it starts in the soil. No chemical fertilizers here.
Yeah, I think I palang is going a la pisi la going up pala, going for book facas. Yeah, must go for my more for sal solum. Yeah, going for book facas for paper and can't create. You pick a young massing of Philly white in going of having a pala lapis. Young Avilo Pia Piola pala. In my fangaro ilalo. Mix ele para palma coirola au inga yola lem aviong se me ai le mola au inga yola le ila como pese que me kanga e pe on fa nga ila ro kamako mai sila au la fa nga lapis.
The Samoan government has chipped in to pay for the farms to be audited by organic certifiers. But Samoan farmers are no strangers to farming without chemicals. However, the organic label does count when the crops are served up on restaurant plates.
For restaurants that we're working with, they've actually come back and asked us to write something that can go onto their menus to say that they're part of an organic program. So they see that it may not add to financially, but they'll get more customers. So I don't think there's not so much a premium on organic produce, but there's I guess a marketing perception that these outlets are more interested in organic agriculture and supporting small farmers.
Amituinai used to work at the Samoan Agriculture Office, so much of his knowledge of farming techniques comes from formal training. But matching his farming systems with the buying habits of restaurants and hotels is where Women in Business Development have really helped.
And so we have had to work with farmers to explain what are the pressures on restaurants. So, you can't just have mule that is of various sizes. They all have to come in one size, and they all have to come in at the right time. And so we've been a lot stricter with our farmers on this one side. But on the other side, we've noticed that farmers, they want to learn, and they want to be not just learning how you farm, but they want to learn how markets work.
For field workers like Tilo Mayava, face-to-face contact with farmers is critical. But new networking devices, such as mobile phone apps, are helping her collect and update information from the farms. These apps are helping to bridge the gap between city buyers and rural sellers.
We use our phones, plus now which is the new project, we're using the tab. So we're collecting information for their farm profiles. So when we go out to the farm and then if we need information of the farmer, then we can click on those tablets and then we can access to the farmer. And also we have our new phones, that's all free for the office, so we can contact to our farmers or text messages if we need orders or what we want from our farmers.
Women in Business Development began as a relief organisation helping families recover from cyclones. Their focus on rural livelihoods is designed to encourage change that allows families to survive and thrive as smallholder farmers. This means moving from subsistence to semi-commercial agriculture and less dependence on money sent from abroad.
We've seen relationships change with their overseas family. So instead of calling them and saying, oh, I need some money for pay the power bill, they call them and say, oh, how's everything going? And so we're seeing a lot of co-benefits from just being able to, I guess, be more independent.
While Samoan farmers supply only the local market, women in business have a bigger vision now that their expertise is being sought in the wider Pacific. They are lending their market expertise in virgin coconut oil to a project in Tonga.
We also consider this to be part of our disaster management strategy in that we already have an export contract with the body shop. If something was to happen in Samoa and we couldn't supply it, because of all the work we've got going on in Tonga in terms of the relationship, they'd be able to take that over. They're organically certified and they also are producing high quality oil that has been tested by the body shop as well. So it's about how do we create resilient markets as well. And so we've had requests to go into different Pacific islands, and I think where we work best is actually where they're trying to do the same thing, trying to do some social good, trying to work with what you already have. And that's why we picked agriculture. This is our greatest resource in Samoa and one that most people have access to rather than importing, sort of technology, and we want to use what's here.
Ua whaanga o mai hoi kele o mau mea sa le whaanga inga pe la pisima. Mangisi ai kia fau hoi whaanga inga i. Ea ngua mas whaanga inga whikarisa. O sefe mai hoi nisi o kupe whakau ingi wai la au me o whikarisa. Ea leo mua ngau whia me whaanga inga i kongo whakoanga.